this is Liquid Light Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascendant, Venus placements of Cancer. Cancer, we're still in your season, so happy birthday, Cancer. And I'm going to share with you the transits that are occurring right now. Today is Thursday, July 12th. So Wednesday, yesterday, the 11th of July, the sun was square Chiron, and people may take offense easily due to old insecurities. So you may have experienced that. On Friday, the sun is sesquadrate Saturn. I can't say that aspect very well. And Mercury is quincunx Saturn. An underlying lack of trust and need for attention or approval may interfere with finding solutions. It will be important to take responsibility for our reactions while not becoming self-critical. And the sun is sextile Uranus. This aspect helps us break free from old patterns of defensiveness that do not serve us. Saturday is Venus quincunx Neptune. There may be some disillusionment in relationships today due to expectations not being met. Problems can arise if we're hoping for more attention or respect than we actually receive. And Sunday, Uranus is quincunx Ceres. A loved one's need for space and freedom can cause problems in the home environment. Those who have been overly accommodating have thus downplayed their own needs, could feel rejected or abandoned. And a big one is that I wanted to talk to you about is Mars in Virgo. Mars will spend 7 weeks in Virgo until it enters Libra on the 27th of August. And also another one is Mercury enters Leo, and it will be in Leo from July 10th to July 28th. And while the messenger planet transits the sign of the Lion, words can be quite colorful and creative. They may be spoken or written for their dramatic effect. Leo is the sign of the performer, and thus we may see grand orations during this time. There could also be a tendency to roar rather loudly in an effort to establish a leadership position. And Mars is what gives us our motivation. Everybody is affected by Mars. As the planet Mars transits through each of the 12 zodiac signs it influences how we take action and how we express Martian qualities such as assertiveness and anger. Mars changes signs. It enters Virgo on July 10th. And Virgo is known for its efficiency, precision, and effectiveness. It knows what needs to be done and brings greater order to all areas of life. With its analytical abilities, it's an excellent diagnostician and can also prescribe detailed steps that need to be taken to facilitate healing. It's highly moral, ethical, and also service-oriented, and wants to always do the right thing. While Mars is in Virgo, we may be more strongly motivated to pay attention to details, to learn new skills, to improve methods, and to do our best work. Our standards are very high, both for ourselves and for others. Actions are taken to improve health, to bring physical systems into a more perfect form. Just be mindful also that the shadow side of Virgo is overly critical, controlling, and those who are prone to be overworkers will need to be especially careful and make sure their schedules leave plenty of time for relaxation and renewal. Nervous energy is often higher while Mars is in Virgo. We can get easily irritated when there are distractions that interrupt our focus. We may be competitive and feel that we need to prove our worth. We will need to be aware of offering advice too quickly. We will want to avoid taking over tasks out of impatience, when the better response would be to allow another person to slowly make and learn from their own mistakes. In the physical body, Virgo rules the nervous system. So be mindful of being overly critical to yourself and to others, and also Virgo also rules the digestive tract. So be slow in your eating, and it will help you find some power and grace. So I'm going to get an overall energy for the Cancers right now, please. Spirit, show me overall energy for Cancers. All right, so the World, and that is definitely showcasing how you are in your solar return, your birthday season, because the World is representing of beginnings and endings. Endings and beginnings, I should say. And the Moon, which is your ruler, Cancer. So you're definitely coming in strong with the World and the Moon. That's showing me that you are in your truth and in your dignity. You know, because I know some say that Pisces is the Moon card, but I always think of it as Cancer, and you know me as a reader, and see that crustacean here. I know it's a lobster in this card, but it's in that, you know, family group. So the Page of Swords as well. So you're receiving downloads and epiphanies of thoughts, and you're also very clear on. You're clear with your words, and you're really demonstrating a knowledge base, and maybe you're not aware of it, but you're coming across a lot clearer and concise to others. Now I'm going to get some Gilded Lenormand and see some more about what's going on with Cancer right now. All right, so the tree, which is stable and sturdy, it's got the Kabbalah tree of life here in the middle, the symbol. That's a great energy, and it really does show like how your age is giving you experience and wisdom here with your solar return, which is when the sun returns to your particular time and date of birth. So you're gonna be getting ready for a whole new year of experience. And with the book here, it's about learning, so that coincides well with the tree. So even though you're very wise and you stand in sturdy and stable, there's always more to learn here with the book. And the Page of Swords demonstrates that there's research being done, creative projects being aspected and looked into and begun. And with the book, you're seeking more knowledge on that. You will have communication with the birds, and that does correlate with the Page of Swords for sure. There will be some form of communication. The compass is about really knowing where you're at and what it is you're going after. And there's some choice here. You've got a decision that's kind of, I don't want to say hovering over you, but it's really making you think a lot. And the Mountain is about challenges. Yeah, so, all right, let me just look at these all together. There might be somebody in your friend group that you are perceiving as wearing a mask, because the dog and the mask came out, and that's about your friends. So be mindful of that, and you may have to cut them out here with the broom, clean that up, get that out of there. That could be what is causing you challenges, and it may have something to do with garden or outside event. So that's what came out for you with those Gilded Lenormands. There's definitely somebody in your friend group that you see as a friend that's wearing a mask, that isn't being completely truthful with you. And you got the Rider. The Rider brings new things from foreign lands. Recognize him as yourself or her as yourself. So then you've got the Home, and it's fortune, luck, money, and love. These things will come to those whose homes are blessed from above. So the Rider and Home. Those are good energies to get. Maybe some of you are turning 41 or 14, but there's this hovering, like, there's this fear that is kind of hovering around, and I think it has to do with this mask wearing facade, and the moon can also represent mysteries and things that aren't shown all the way. Show me for Cancer. Yeah, there's a lot of effort being employed with the toil and labor. There's change on the horizon with a main female. Now, that could be the friend with the mask, but there's a lot of effort being exuded either by you or from this person to keep up their facade. I don't know. It will resonate differently for everyone, but there's change on the horizon, so this is good because this dictates that this won't continue. Privileged lady at the bottom of the deck, and then poverty. What a contrast. There you go with the mask. That's just a replica of what the mask could be. Somebody prancing around as though they're privileged when really they're poor. And this is just an example. Yeah, wow. So that just showcases what the mask could be. What's the strongest? Your inner critic is reinforcing your inadequacies. Cultivate more supportive thought processes and develop a sense of value. And this is especially important now with Mars and Virgo. Your inner critic is reinforcing your inadequacies. Cultivate more supportive thought processes and develop a sense of value. You know, learn to trust yourself. Carve your own path instead of following someone else's. Learn to trust yourself, Cancer. Carve your own path. And you got the Rider here, energy. Be consistent. Your insecurities are creating doubt. So be consistent. Your insecurities are creating doubt. Be consistent. Oh, shucks. I just want to get some tea leaves. Be consistent, Cancer. Compliments from an admirer. So I can see teardrop already. It says great sorrow. A distant friend is thinking about you with the dog from far away. And then the star, which is guaranteed success. This is way too many. Someone is leaving your life. That could be the friend. And here, look. The fox. The foxes are always known for being sneaky. Shrewdness and resourcefulness. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Someone is leaving your life. A long journey. And either physical or mental will leave you wiser at the end. With the elephant. And then teardrop. Great personal sorrow. That could be over the friend. But also followed by great happiness. And you also got guaranteed success. So I would focus my energy on what is successful. And know that you have a distant friend thinking about you. And that mask in the Kipper could also be, in the Lenormand, could also be representation of you, of your thoughts and what you're telling yourself, and the insecurities that lead to doubts, that lead to more fear-based thoughts, and self-dialogue that isn't healthy or true. So very, very indicative of creating more sorrow in your life. So be mindful of that and really watch your thoughts and your dialogue to yourself and to what you say to others. Show me Celtic cross for Cancer. Okay, yeah, 10 of Wands is how you're coming in. And then 2 of Swords. Yeah, see, this burden, this thing that you're carrying is causing you to be stagnant with the 2 of Swords. Page of Swords again. You already have that up here as your foundation. You're a little bit on the defense, but what's crowning you is Death, which I really like to see because this is indicative of the rebirth, renewal cycle, and release. You have to release something for there to be a death to it, and then you will find renewal and space for the new. Then the King of Swords comes in, which is about being yourself, standing in your sovereignty, standing in your power. See, I like how it goes from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords with Death in the middle, because that's about you needing to release and let go of these things that are burdening you. Yeah, look at this, the 8 of Cups. This is exactly what I was just talking about, release. The 8 of Cups is you walking away from things that no longer serve you, which is exactly what the Death card is. Letting go of the things that don't serve you. And your first card is the 10 of Wands. That's about being burdened, about holding on to things that are too much for you. You're carrying too much. You're overloaded. It's causing stagnation. Here with the 2 of Swords, you're at a crossroads, but you're not going either way. And then I love how the Page of Swords is coming in, and then followed by the Death, and then goes to the King of Swords. So the Page to the King, that's leveling up, and that's about you standing in your power, and when you release things, having more room to grow and leveling up. The World again. You already got that here. So this is definitely a time of rebirth, and wow. I love how when you get the same cards over, because it's very telling of how much they're synchronistic. Alright, so the World, show me okay, the Queen of Wands, beautiful. Alright, so you come in with the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is a lot of swords. There's a lot of thought. There's a lot of air in your spread, so that's telling me that you have a lot of things going on mentally and in your communication. The major arcana here is the World, which is a Saturnian energy, Capricorn. Death, which is a Scorpionic energy. And then the King of Swords, which is air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then the Queen of Wands, which is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, fire. So once you, the 10 of Wands is how you come in, and then that's keeping you in a stagnation. It's keeping you from going this way or that way. The Page of Swords is as your foundation. It's about you gaining swift insight and epiphanies. The Death card is suggesting that if you release things that are not serving you anymore, you will level up into more of your authentic self, which is the King of Swords. It's about being more true to you and really standing in your affirmative power. The 8 of Cups is about release and leaving behind the things that aren't servicing you, at all anymore, really letting them go. And the Four of Wands is about walking through the threshold here into a new world. So once you finally let go with the Eight of Cups and you go past this gateway, this threshold, you go beyond it. You're not standing in it anymore as you were with the Two of Swords. And that grants you this opening of this whole new world. And you are a little bit worn here with the Nine of Wands, because this is about being the wounded healer. It's that archetype. It's about being, you've been through it, you know, and you're still defensive. You're still showing signs of the burden. However, there's a lot of hope here with the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is about a receiver of everything. She is a magnet for magnanimous energies, and the fire. She excels in like candles, anything to do with fire and flame. That's her forte, and she's very much aquatic as well, but she is charismatic, alluring, attractive, very passionate. It's a great energy to end with, especially coming out of the Ten of Wands energy. So what this is saying, Cancer, is that you need to release some energy here that's holding you back, definitely holding you back. Nature. Go outside and breathe the fresh air. Nature is perfection, even with its imperfection. It's magical. A forest needs old trees and new trees. It's a perfect balance. Immerse yourself in the middle of it all. Know that you are perfectly placed just where you are. Step away from electronics. No cell phone, no video games, no nothing. Just be human. These are ways to raise your vibration. Flow. The more you resist the current of change, the harder the current pushes. If you hold on to the grass on the side of the river, not wanting to move, you will be battered by the strong current. If you float in the middle of the river, the current is gentle and you flow easily downstream. Aim for the path of least resistance. Go with the flow. And you did get the path here. Love sensations. Think about someone or something that you love. Feel that love and grow it as big as you can. Then hold that love in your body. What does love feel like to you? Where do you feel it in your body? Notice the subtle nuances of love. The longer you hold the sensation of love in your body, the longer they stick around. And these are ways for you to raise your vibration so you attract more of this high vibe energy. So it's definitely getting rid of electronics, not resisting the current of change, spending more time in nature, and spending more time thinking of those things that you love and that bring you joy. Joy is the most, is the highest vibration of all. Clean energy food and moonlighting, and you did get the moon up here. So when you fuel your body with a healthier organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you with moonlighting. So I hope these messages helped, Cancer, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I give away free personal readings each month to my subscribers, along with birth chart interpretations you get to pick, and tarot decks to my subscribers. And like the video if it resonates for you, please, and thank you. See you on the next one. Take care.